Now, before recording this, I have already showed you four types of pattern right here. This was pattern 1, and pattern 1 was like this, and pattern 2, well, I can show you directly from the readme.md file here. These are the pattern from the pattern 1 till pattern 4. Now if I show you the preview, then I think it would look better. So this was the pattern 1, this was pattern 2, this was our pattern 3, and this was our pattern 4. Now if you can understand pattern 1, pattern 3 and pattern 4 clearly, then you should perform any type of programming, I mean any type of coding to construct this type of pattern. Okay, so suppose I want to print this type of pattern, but for now instead of printing the number, I want to print any how can I say this, instead of printing this type of digits, I mean numbers, I want to print some emojis. Okay, so let's say some normal emojis or some symbols like this, star or hash or something like that. So how can we do that? Okay, if you can understand this, you should have I mean if you can understand this, you already have the ability to perform those types of problem solution. Okay, so for now let me create a pattern name pattern5.py, and yeah, as I have told you earlier, if you can understand the previous two patterns, then it would be a piece of cake to all of you, I suppose. So suppose first of all I want the user to input how many rows they want from us. Okay, so like earlier, n equal to integer input, and I want to show a message here like enter the value for m or something like that. Okay, now I have got the integer value. Let me disable my GitHub Copilot so that I can teach you with more clarification. Okay, so Copilot, let me disable it for now, reload. Okay, and now as usual I will use a for loop for row in range. For row in range, I want it to start from 1 and I want to end it till n plus 1. Sorry, I mistakenly pressed Z. Okay, now this was our rows, right, outer loop, and in inner for loop we will print column for column in range, and it would be like earlier as well. It will start from 1 and I want it to happen till row plus 1. And now what I want to print, well, the thing I want to print, I will pass it down here, and I will also tell it that I don't want any new line after printing each elements here. Okay, so after printing a single row, a full row, I want a new line, so that I'm using this. Okay, now if I simply run this code, it won't generate anything because I haven't told it to print anything here. You see, this is empty. I haven't told this code to print anything. Okay, so now I want to print some emojis. Let's say I want to print these medal emojis. Okay, now it would do that task. Now if I simply run this code, enter the value for m, suppose I'm giving 5 and I'm getting the emojis. Okay, like this. And if you want to print any custom symbol like hash, you can also do that. The code is exactly the same as earlier. If I simply run this code at a developer in, let's say number 5, and I'm getting this. Now if you want a single space after printing each element, then you can do that. Simply add a space here, and that's it. Like for now, let's say I want to print 8 lines of this hash symbol. Cool, I'm getting this. Okay, so if you can understand this pattern structure, then I suppose you can print any type of pattern. I mean this type of pattern, the thing I have showed you here. If you want to print any symbol or emojis like this, what you call it, a single half pyramid, yeah, you can call it, then you can print it here like this.